Hi friends, it's Sarah, the owner and maker behind Multifarious Nature. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you are a new viewer, welcome. And if you're a returning viewer, welcome back. I'm glad you guys are here for another episode. We will see when this gets uploaded. My goal is to have it uploaded and go live on Saturday, per usual. However, the internet situation is interesting, so we'll see how that goes. The internet. We rely on it so much. So if you want to stick around for a little acquisition that I got, if you are someone who is interested in spinning, it will be something you'll be interested in probably, because it is a tool for spinning that I actually found. It's new to me. You might already be aware of it, but it's a relatively decent price and you get what looks like really good product. So I'll show you that, and if you're interested, then you can always purchase it. I bought it with my own money, and yeah, one of these days I might figure out this lighting situation. It kind of is adjusting. I'm sure it has to do with ISO. I'm starting to learn all these terms. It like auto adjust. I'm not quite sure how to change that on my computer. Maybe one of these days I'll figure it out, but I do have a finished object. The other part of I guess I'm going to call it a finished object. I know last time I didn't. So shop update. It's not live yet. This isn't live yet, but I did tell you guys last time that I have been dyeing up new colors. I'm working on fall colors and I'm really excited about it. And one of them is called Cherry Hill, and it's going to be used in one of these patterns that I'm going to talk about here in a moment. But I will show you the colorway. I have it actually caked up at the moment. Well, yeah. Here we go. So it's Cherry Hill. It is a super vibrant, this is just like my epitome of a cherry red. That's why it's called Cherry Hill. It's really beautiful. It is I guess you'd call it a semi-tonal red. And it's just so rich. This is on my alpaca merino base. So it's, let's see, 20% superfine alpaca, 60% superwash merino, and 20% nylon, and it's super soft. This is another one of my I say this all the time, but I love all the bases. Frankly, I love all the bases. That's why I dye on them. But this is definitely another one of my favorites. You can see the nice little halo from both the alpaca and the merino, and it's just absolutely beautiful, rich, vivid red. So this lighting keeps changing. Natural lighting is going to be messing with us today because it's cloudy, or it's partially cloudy. So we'll see how that goes. But gorgeous, gorgeous red. This is Cherry Hill. Like I said, I don't have it currently listed in the shop. It is going to be coming soon. My goal is to get the new colorways posted by September. I usually try to post them right away, but I'm gonna try to, I'm being kind to myself with this whole dyeing schedule of things. So we will be posting this coming soon. So if you love this colorway, by all means, you can reach out to me if you would like to order some, and I can create a listing for you. No problem. Do a custom order. We can totally do that. I do that all the time. So this is Cherry Hill, and it'll be coming soon to the website. But yeah, very exciting. So September, look to September for our fall colors. I'm very excited. So I will show you, I'm going to be working this in a very special pattern that was a newly released pattern, and I'm so excited about it. Okay, so that's Cherry Hill. So that was a shop update out of things. Now we'll get into the finished objects, which one of them I already talked about, but now it's more finished than last time, and it's still not completely finished. Because apparently I'm putting off weaving in ends. I don't know why. This is, it's ridiculous, frankly. So this is my Better Waverly cardigan by Taylor E. Owen. She is the designer. And it's using my Ember colorway. Ember by Multifarious Nature. And now you can see the buttons. So I did put the buttons on. You can see they are that super fun. They're all different, but they're kind of the same color family. So I feel like they work well together. But it's just really fun. Lots of fun texture. And I love it. I do not have it on right now because this is 100% Peruvian Highland wool, non-superwash. It's very warm. It's fingering weight held double. And frankly, you know, it's almost 80 degrees today. I am not going to wear this. It's just not going to happen. But yeah, this evening I probably could wear it because it's supposed to be in the 50s tonight, which I'm looking forward to. That's going to be so nice. I love it. These crisp mornings and cool evenings are one of the things I absolutely love about Michigan. And you can see beautiful detailing. Oh, look, the light. It's going to keep changing on me. Sorry if you're watching this and not only listening and you're seeing this lighting coming in and out. Sorry, guys. I don't edit my videos. It's the beauty and the charm of it all. This is not a live pattern yet. This was a test knit. Again, it's called the Better Waverly, so keep an eye out for that coming soon. The test knit is due in August, so I am right on track. I just need to take my final photos. I would like to get a photo of me wearing it, just because currently I always have photos of like flat lays, and I would like to have it where I'm wearing it. I think that helps the designers a lot. So yeah, I just have to weave in the ends, but I am done otherwise, and I really, really enjoyed that pattern. It was a lot of fun, super fast, easy knit, enjoyable, very enjoyable. So big thumbs up for the Better Waverly. Loved it. No issues whatsoever. Okay, so works in progress. Oh wait, no, there's one more final left. One more finished object. You guys have 2 finished objects. It's kind of cheating because the last one I finished basically last week. So anyway, this is the Wildflowers Path by Hoffman. I did decide to not completely follow the pattern at the end. So the pattern actually has flowers on it. And the original that I made had flowers on it. But I decided to make the Wildflowers Path this time without flowers. And frankly, I think it works really well. I just felt like with this coloring, I didn't want the flowers. I just didn't want the flowers. And it makes it look like a different pattern. It makes it look like a different sweater. So it is a different color. It's beautiful. This is Nutiden, the Vagen. I don't know if that's exactly how you say it, but that's the main color. I held that double, and then you kind of see there's like brown going on. There's old mill yarn. It's like a it's not exactly lace weight. It's, I'm trying to remember what you call that. Oh, it's escaping me. It's not lace weight. It's cobweb weight. There you go. So it's one step down from lace weight. So very, very fine. That's held double as well. So there's 4 strands held together on this. And I just felt like that gave it a little bit more structure. Nutiden is notorious for being on the delicate side, and this colorway in particular was extremely delicate. They're all different blends of breeds, and it's very soft. It's a super soft blend, but it's also it's like extremely short staple lengths for the most part. So this broke a lot while I was knitting with it. Really delicate, but it's a beautiful colorway. And yeah, I did block it. It is blocked, and I did knit it a little bit longer, I think, than the pattern calls for. A little bit. But I just absolutely love it. I made the sleeves, I think just a tear longer than the first one I made. So they're really nice. They hit in a good spot. They're going to be super cozy. I am so looking forward to this as being a sweater I can wear coming this in the cooler months. I can wear this for work. I can wear this just for every day. It's beautiful. And this is a super fun pattern. If you've never done any Melody Hoffman's patterns, highly recommend her patterns. Very easy to understand. She does assume you kind of understand construction, so I would say give it a shot if it's your very first sweater. Definitely give it a shot. But if it's not your first sweater, it will be probably very easy to follow. If it's your first sweater, there might be 1 or 2 spots where you might question a little bit, but it's not hard at all. It's so much fun. And there's so much pattern support out there too, so I'm sure if you had a question, Melody would be happy to answer it. Okay, so those are my finished objects. Now look into the works in progress, and I totally forgot my socks. Hold on a hot second. So sorry, guys. So sorry. Okay, back. Forgot my socks. So my works in progress. I pretty much worked on 2 patterns this week, and one of them was the 2 at a time socks using my Advent from last year. It is the Silent Night colorway. I am now on the ribbing. So these are just whipping up so fast. So I'm doing the ribbing. I'm going to knit the same amount on both. So once I run out, like one of these balls is slightly smaller than the other, I weighed it, but you know how that goes. You're always just like a hair off. So we will go until I use like almost all of it, I think. I might do actually so many rows and then do some of the main color and then so many rows. So there's a little bit of a striping on the heel here, or the heel, the cuff. I think that'll be kind of nice because it's a 2-inch cuff. It's a significant size. So I feel like a little bit of striping might be kind of fun because I have a decent amount still of my main color. So the skein that this came with is a 100-gram skein of fingering, and then the cuff is, or the contrast color is a 20-gram. And again, this is from my Multifarious Nature Advent from last year. So, super fun. Super fun. Love this. 2 at a time socks, you guys. I don't know, if you are someone who struggles with you knit a sock and then you just kind of get bored with the pattern, try the 2 at a time. Just try it. If it's too frustrating for you, I get it. Some people get frustrated with it, but I found it to be pretty intuitive for me at least, and it just took a short second, and once you figure out how to do it, it made it so much easier. And I can get through socks so much faster now. So it actually really motivates me to complete them and then make another pair and then another. I feel like I'm always going to have a pair of socks on the needles now that I've learned how to do 2 at a time socks. And they might always be vanilla socks. I mean, they might be vanilla socks. Always. Okay. So the other pattern that I started working on, brand new pattern, just came out. Before you all cringe, if you've been with me for a while and you go, oh my word, Sarah, another Andrea Mowry pattern. Yes, it's another Andrea Mowry pattern. But for those of you that follow Andrea Mowry, you're probably pretty excited about this too, because I am. I was really excited to find out about her Rhinebeck sweater this year. I knit her Rhinebeck sweater last year. That was the first time I'd ever done one, and it was beautiful. And we probably have a delivery, and that's why my dog is losing her mind. Rory, it's okay, honey. Sorry. We probably have a delivery, and this is why our dog is losing her mind. Sorry about that. She will stop soon. Anyway, hopefully that's not too distracting. I'm sure it is. So the pattern that I'm going to talk about here is by Andrea Mowry. It is her Rhinebeck sweater for 2024. Here it is. It is the framed sweater. If you have not seen it yet, definitely check out her Instagram. She has lots of wonderful photos on there. It is stunning. Stunning. Look at that. Oh my word. When I saw this photo, when she released it, I think I literally squealed out loud. Like, I was so excited, which sounds so crazy, but I did. It's gorgeous. So if you've been with me for a bit, you know I like quilting. I haven't quilted really. I want to. I'm enamored by it, which is why I purchased some vintage quilts turned into project bags. I love quilting. I think it's absolutely stunning, and it's a perfect example of craft, right? Handicraft, handcrafts. And when she created this, oh my goodness. And so she uses spin cycle yarn to do the coloring in here, which is gorgeous. Spin cycle yarn is beautiful. It's an investment, that's for sure. And not that I'm opposed to buying some, but I actually already have some beautiful variegated Rory, honey. She's lost her mind. I have multiple colorways that currently are I'm just going to show you because apparently I can't verbalize. My dog is losing her mind. She's distracting me. So, the colorways that I'm using for this pattern are my hand-dyed yarn, the new colorway Cherry Hill, which I already showed you guys. So beautiful. I'll show you again because I'm very proud of it. I love it. So Cherry Hill was one of the first ones that I've dyed up for the fall colorways, and this is going to be the, I'm trying to think of how you describe it, but she has 3 different colorways in this sweater, right? So she's got the framework, I'm going to call it framework colorway. Then there is the contrast colorway and the main color. The contrast colorway, we'll call that the color yarn that's going on here. The spin cycle yarn, that is her, we're going to call that the contrast color. And then there's the main color, which is this light color that she has going on. So the framework color, so in like this beautiful dark teal color that she has going on here, green, that's what this Cherry Hill is going to be. So I'm going to have that on the top and the bottom and around the cuffs. Okay, so that's the first. And then I am using a more local to me colorway for the contrast color. So if you are not familiar with Crazy Yarn, you guys need to follow Stonehedge Fiber Mill. They're out of Michigan, so I consider this local to me yarn because I'm from Michigan, or I live in Michigan. These are 2 of the colorways. So this is how it's kind of going to go. It's going to go from the top down like this, and because it's knit bottom up. So I caked up the bottom colors already. So it's going to be this one first. So it's going to start with this light gray and blue combined, and then it's going to kind of go into this kind of a taupey color or peachy color with the gray, and then black, which is actually like solid black, which is very unique. Most of these colors are usually like this, where you have like 2 different colors plied, but there's actually black. So fascinating. And then it changes from there. So you can see there's more and more colors going on. There's even some green. Very excited. So first, this will be at the bottom. And then we will go to this colorway. So again, some blues and greens and brown, or like dark red. It's dark red and like a minty color, and then kind of peachy. So we're going to that one. And then we'll go to the gray. Whoa. And then we'll go to this one. So they kind of all have similarities to them, but they're definitely different. And I just absolutely love it. I just felt like, Spin Cycle's yarn is absolutely gorgeous, don't get me wrong, but I love Crazy Yarn. If you have never worked with it, you really should give it a shot. It doesn't have the gradation quite as much, like subtle gradation, as Spin Cycle. They're definitely more, can be like extreme contrasting, which I love. And I think this really bodes true to quilt. Like, this screams quilt to me. These marled colors, because they're applied together. So when I saw this pattern, I immediately ran to my shelf and I said, oh my gosh, I'm going to have to work with my Crazy Yarn from Stonehedge Fiber Mill, because I've had this little stash going. I did snatch up a few here and there when she has sales going on, or drops, basically. You have to kind of keep an eye for the drops, because now that Crazy Yarn is becoming more well known, which is awesome, and I love that. It's a lot harder to come by if you don't follow her Instagram. If you want to get Crazy Yarn, other than going to a Michigan Fiber Festival or Fiber Festival in general that Stonehedge Fiber Mill is at, so definitely check that out. I know they're going to be at Michigan Fiber Festival this year, I'm pretty sure, which is in August, right around the corner. I'm very excited. I'm going with my mom. It's going to be so much fun. But yes, if you want to get Crazy Yarn, you could definitely go there. Also, keep an eye on their Instagram, though, because she will post when she's having a new drop of more Crazy Yarn in the shop. That will be your way to get your hands on it. So definitely do that. It is so wonderful. It's technically a sport weight, and the sweater calls more for a worsted weight, but I feel like it'll be okay. I feel like it will be. I might be falling into a trap because I'm not going to swatch. Exactly. I'm going to be swatching as I knit, and that is one of those things I like to do just because I don't like swatching. And you don't have to swatch, but you do set yourself up for possible failure. I am knitting the size, so she said to do, I think it's like 6 to 10 inches of positive ease, and I'm definitely leaning towards the higher end of my positive ease, and so I think that'll help with that like happy medium for me. I'm doing the size 3, I'm pretty sure it's size 3. Yeah, I'm doing the size 3. So I'm really hoping that that will be more than enough positive ease for it to still fit comfortably. And I'm just so excited, you guys. I am so excited. And I'm probably going to do a size up for when I do the sleeves, because I have learned with Andrea Mowry's patterns in particular that she is so true that her sleeves tend to be smaller. And then on top of that, when you knit with like 9-inch circulars, they definitely tend to be on the smaller side. So yeah, I am so excited. So excited. Oh, I almost forgot about the other colorway. So the other colorway, which I'm going to call the main colorway, which is she used this light cream color here, is handspun. I'm working with handspun, you guys, which is going to be interesting because I am consistently inconsistent with this. So I'm currently spinning up a storm because I only have a little bit of this spun up. It's CVM, and that's California Variegated Mutant, if you're not familiar with what CVM is. So the very first sample that I spun of it is definitely worsted weight. It definitely leans on a worsted weight, and I did a worsted spin, so it's nice and fluffy, which you can see. Super fluffy squishiness. It's gorgeous. I love it. Super soft. I'm very much looking forward to having a sweater made out of this. See, I talked about wanting to make a sweater with it. I'm so pumped. But the second spin that I did of it, apparently I was getting more consistent at being smaller. So this is probably more of a sport weight. I would say when I measured the yardage, it actually fell at fingering weight, like perfect fingering weight. So it's probably between like a sport and fingering. But I think because this is a color work, I think I can get away with this being like sport weight, which also then falls under almost worsted. So we will see, you guys. This could be kind of interesting because it's thick and thin. Yeah, this could be quite interesting. I did debate holding this one double, where this one I'm holding single. I'm not sure. I might do that. The one I'm currently spinning up a storm, I am trying so hard to spin it fingering, so that way when I ply it together on itself, it'll be like worsted weight. I hope. This is kind of a wing it situation, but I'm really excited. So like this is, you guys, oh my goodness. It's a gray, like a more of a gray CVM. So beautiful. I love CVM fleeces. They are stunning. They are variegated. You know, the name variegated. So it is a California Variegated Mutant. It's technically like a Rommeldale, but it is variegated. So it's really beautiful and so soft. It's definitely considered more of a fine wool. But, oh, I can't wait. I am loving it. It is so much fun to spin, and I cannot wait to have that as a sweater. I'm so excited. Okay, so now for the acquisition. I'm trying not to make this a super long video. We'll see how this goes. So, you guys, I got myself these. I think I talked about this in the last video that I was going to be getting some. The brand is BAM, B-A-M. I will include a link below. I'm not opposed to doing that. It's BAM Fiberworks, and they are really reasonable. So if you order combs, there we go, combs from like well-known brands, I'm like drawing a blank. I don't even want to throw them out there. If you just look up combs, you will find them. They are extremely expensive. These were not cheap. Don't get me wrong. They're not cheap. But they were more reasonably priced because this is a small business and they're trying to make a name for themselves. So In other words, try to get them now before they become really expensive is what I'm probably getting at. But it's really comfortable in my hands. I did use these. I did test them. They worked pretty darn well. I went with the fine version because I tend to love and tend to primarily work with medium grade wools, fine to medium grade, but I definitely lean more towards medium. I like that durable wool that's like hardy. So they're customizable. So when you order them, you'll see there's a variety of pricing. Look at what it says. So you pick the type of comb that you want, and they have a very extensive description on, like, based on what you like to spin, what you like to work with, what type of like teeth you'll need. You can get a single or a double. This is a double because I wanted to be able to capture more second cuts in here. I tend to get fleeces that are, sometimes I buy them where they've been skirted, and they are definitely more for spinning, so they're cleaner and all that. But I tend to get fleeces that need a little more work, and that's because they're more budget friendly. And I've recently come upon, and I mentioned it last time, a bunch of fleeces that I guess people would call them garbage fleece. It sounds really disturbing to say that, but because no fleece is garbage in my opinion. But in other words, they were leaning towards put this in your garden instead of spinning it, because some of them, yes, some of them needed to definitely go in the garden, period. But some of them just need a lot of work. But once they get the work done, they'll be good. So they're not skirted at all. Some of them were done by the Amish, and they literally just cut everything and scoop it all up. So like it had tons of second cuts. It had tons of the crutch wool, the britch, like the back britch wool where it's like covered in poopy bits and everything. Like that all should have been removed and not even put in the bag, but that's what they did. They didn't. It's like literally put in your garden type wool. So that kind of stuff I had to pull out, and then I'm like deep cleaning it right now. So yeah, which that cleaning method is working so far, you guys. That suint method. It's stinky as all get out. Holy moly, it's really stinky. Like if it didn't work, I would not do it because it's really stinky. But it's hard work, but it is better for me than doing the scour method with hot water. So back to these. All right, so I went with the double, and this is the fine. They're super fine, and this is fine. And then I also went with the optional covers. So these are magnetized covers. And then they just go on top of here to protect your tips, because your tips are sharp. They're sharp. They're rounded, but they're still sharp. And this just protects them. It also makes it so that if you don't diz off your fiber right away or spin your fiber right away, you can put this on and it just keeps it all like contained and fine. So I went with the whole set as well. So I bought, and I went directly through their website. You can buy these on other websites. Unless you find a better deal, going directly from the source was the best deal that I found, at least at the moment. Okay, and then, like I said, I got the whole set. So I also got, it's so dirty because I just used it. Anyway, it's dirty because all that came out of that fleece. So this really did its job. But yeah, it comes with these, have a hole in them, and this just gets clamped onto a table. It comes with 2 clamps, and I just clamped this onto the table, and I went to town, and I was extremely impressed. I've never worked with hand combs before, so this is my first experience, but I have to say, very impressed. And for the price, I am even, like, it's really good, you guys. So if you're looking for some hand carders, hand combs, I've been looking for these for a while, debating. But I have some fleeces now that definitely lean toward, I need this type of processing equipment. So because they're so dirty, some of these fleeces, I really need to comb some of them before I even card them, which is a lot of work to do all of that, but I love the process. I do. I love it. I just love it. So there you go. If you're looking for some hand combs that are reasonably priced for what you get. Those are definitely right up there for wooden combs. All right, you guys. So that is it for this week. I hope you guys are doing well. I feel like I just like spit a bunch of information at you guys. How are you? How are you doing? What are you up to? I hope you guys are doing well, and I hope you are happy and healthy. I hope you are making. If you are spinners, I'd love to hear what you're working on. I know Tour de Fleece is going on, and that's a big thing in the spinning area end of things. I'm not really spinning with the Tour de Fleece, but I'm rooting you all on, and I'm definitely spinning quite a bit right now for that sweater quantity, so I feel like I am participating in a sense. But it's really neat to see what everybody's up to. There's just so many wonderful spinners out there, and the variety of colors, and oh, I love it. The different breeds, amazing. So definitely share about that if you are participating in that. And what you're working on. I love hearing about what projects you guys are all working on. It is always so enjoyable. And yeah, until next time, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your week and take care. Bye.